Halo is going to be on PlayStation. Is that weird? You know what? That is incredibly weird. And I don't know if I can't even say with a straight face. You know, Gears of War 1, the Ultimate Edition, rumored to be releasing on the Switch and on PlayStation 5 this year. Is that weird? Yeah, man, that's freaking crazy, right? That is like, what world are we in? Bizarro world? Like when that's actually happening? But that is happening, folks.
All right, everybody, welcome back to another Xvault gaming video. Xvault here, and yes, today is your next dose of the Salty Bats files and lots of turmoil all across the board. So we have a lot of good stuff to share here. Plenty of salt to go around for your breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Totally up to you how you use it. However, let's go ahead and jump to it. All right, so as always, we do have our featured folks. They just can't stop themselves. They can't help themselves. And who other than a lot of our featured people on here is it going to be Colt Eastwood nonetheless? So as you can see here, we'll pop this up. Stuart, what if that unannounced game at the Xbox Developer Direct is Death Stranding 2? Tags Middle Age Gaming and Colt Eastwood. Thoughts, right? Colt Eastwood being Colt himself here. Death Stranding 2 is money-hatted and being published by PlayStation. Yes, because being money-hatted is a thing, right? That's what we're going to call we're going to call everything now. That's the lore that you've been running with for well over a decade at this point under Colt's breath there. It's money-hatted and Sony's bad guys. Can we take just a step back real quick? Can we just look at the hypocrisy here in regards to, or just the sheer irony of it all? Microsoft being as, fruitful, revenue prominent as they are, and it's always Sony that's money-hatting. What's stopping, or what has ever stopped Microsoft from money-hatting anything, right? I don't know. But regardless, all this FUD, it's been a thing. This isn't just money-hatted. The saltiness, the copium. Where are we drawing the lines here? What are we looking at here? It's pretty pathetic, and once again, a stupid statement from Colt trying to feed the negativity, and how dare they? Because, we had quite a few videos ago talking about and showing receipts how Colt didn't even like the first Death Stranding, but as far as Death Stranding now is concerned and how it's available on Xbox Game Pass now it's a phenomenal game and all this stuff, right? It's just, wow is all I have to say to that. Now, let's go back here. Seems like we're featuring Kid Smooth quite a bit here, but as you can see here, we'll pull this right up. Pardon me. This one's a bit of a mouthful here. Every 6 months, dudes create a new article regarding Microsoft and shuttering Xbox. The industry and fanboys alike want Xbox dead so that we can be left with a limited Nintendo platform and overpriced PlayStation that isn't releasing first-party games on a consistent basis. Gaming is cooked. So now that PlayStation has kind of been fumbling, I'm going to agree to that. They've been fumbling to a point, and I do agree. I'd like to see more first-party games. I think hopefully they figure that out. However, the part of this here, I'd like to pull back here. The victim mentality, again, we're revisiting this, right? Every 6 months, dudes create a new article regarding Microsoft shuttering Xbox. No, it's just the truth. The data's out there, the revenue's out there, the funds are out there. What's going on for Xbox's and Microsoft's direction is out there. It's not that they're making this up out of thin air like you guys do, like your whole crew does, your whole circle does. These are the truths, and this is what's being reported on. So stop the victim mentality, please. And then fanboys don't want, most fanboys even, and again, we'll go over this difference of a fan and a fanboy again here by the end of the video, but what I want to preface here is no fanboy or fan wants any competition to go away permanently. We've been stating, including myself, what the direction was looking like for Xbox, how Game Pass wasn't sustainable if those numbers and subscribers didn't move, what was to be looked at. That's all we've been saying, and now we're saying there's egg on your face and we're laughing about it because you didn't believe us. We're laughing at you Xbox fanboys, not the fact that there could be less competition, that Microsoft is going third party because they keep tripping over their own people and feet, right? So no, again, victim mentality. You're always pointing the finger, right? And as we continue here, the other part here, with a limited Nintendo platform, I don't know what you mean by that. I guess you're talking about specs and stuff like that, which again, that doesn't matter. You can make a game, you can make great games on limited hardware. That's not the point. Otherwise, everybody and their dog would be on PC wanting the best PC components and parts. That's not the case. So again, not a fair assumption there, right? And overpriced PlayStation. Now, what are you talking about overpriced? I'm assuming you're not talking about games, because the games, if you're buying those outright, are the same price on Xbox for their ecosystem, and even pretty close on Nintendo system. And I guarantee you, with the Switch 2, those first-party titles will probably be $70 price. I'd be shocked if they stayed at the $60 price tag US. So I'm assuming you're meaning the PlayStation 5 Pro, which again, for what it's offered, what the parts and pieces are, is not overpriced. We've been over this. I'm not going to rehash all that. For what it's offered, the PSSR, they're learning, they're doing more. You don't have to buy this. This is not the base model that you have to buy to play PlayStation 5 only games, right? So I don't know your argument and narrative here. It's all really falling flat, and again, just screams, look at me, copium, all this stuff here. Gaming is not cooked. It's far from being cooked. Gaming has to change direction. With the price of AAA games, with how everything's going, how content is consumed, that's why you're seeing Microsoft shuffle and figure out this whole third-party nonsense and putting their games everywhere, because their direction didn't work. So they had to pivot. They have to shift. This is the way it is now, right? So no, it's just, wow, coping, victim mentality, the saltiness. He doesn't stop. I mean, just Kid Smoove reminds me of the biggest baby out there, right? He just constantly throwing a baby fit. And at his age, it is time to grow up and mature when it comes to your attitude and how you look at life as a whole, and especially the gaming industry. Just knock it off. It's quite frankly embarrassing, if I'm being honest here. But let's keep going here. Now, Paul Tassi seems to show up a lot on my channel recently, or at least a couple times here, and I said I don't typically feature him. I don't, but as you can see here, let's take a look at this. He's not a source. The information article is a source, which is a real thing, and where the direct quotes come from. I can't keep track of every fanboy account on here, but I can see I already have you muted, so that's one down. Links his stuff, right? What's this referred to? As you can see here, oh no, it's Alex. Game journalists quoting fanboys as a source wasn't on my bingo card for 2025. But what a dunk. You know what, guys? On my 2025 bingo card, I didn't see Paul Tassi dunking on Alex himself. You love to see it, because Alex likes to pretend he doesn't take L's on a daily basis. He does anymore. It's a rhetoric. He does the same method. He won't respond to you like an actual mature adult and have a conversation, at the very least. What he does is take your stuff, requotes it, lets his fan base attack and do their thing, and it's just a never-ending cycle. That's why I don't really speak to the person. He'll quote something of mine, and then I just ignore it. I don't care at this point, because it gets you nowhere, right? So I do love to see the fact that I didn't see this coming, to quote Quicksilver from Age of Ultron, right? But it's just, ooh, what a dunk. I didn't see it coming, guys. Did you have that on your card, your bingo card of 2025, of Paul Tassi dunking on... dunking on, oh no, it's Alex. The thread's pretty comical too, because he actually goes after quite a few folks, to be honest with you. So I have to give credit where credit's due. So good job, Paul, on that one. And I'm sure I'm muted myself, so I'm not out of the woods there. I'm sure he doesn't like my stuff, and I'm muted as well. But it is what it is. But I do love the fact that he did quote and respond Alex's nonsense. It's about time, and more people need to do so, especially with larger followings, because... yeah, it's quite entertaining, and you know he was punching air after that one here. So, but let's keep going here. Here's another comparison. Colt, man, he gives so much content. I could do hours of content on Colt alone, but I don't, because I don't want to bore you all to death, even though it is quite entertaining in my eyes. Maybe you guys see it as entertaining as well. But here we have Colt Eastwood again, right? Let's show something here. And this is in a reply to Alex, because now they're just best buds, even though Alex doesn't game on Xbox. He's a PC guy, and now supposedly Colt plays on PC primarily, though they're both huge grifters and Xbox defenders. They know who funds those super chats and those donations, right? But here, as you can see, I'm not listening to console loyalists. They can't see past that piece of plastic. Just straight out of his mouth. He thinks he's being honest. He thinks he's being truthful. And sorry for me tripping up, by the way. I might be coming down with something. I don't know. It's back and forth. Anyway, as we continue on, though, it's funny that he says that. I can't wait to play Final Fantasy on Xbox and PC, where it will be a way better experience than on PlayStation. We just went over this not long ago, too, folks, on this video. So I just want to bring that up. Just within a couple days of each other. What we're looking at here. What are we doing? What are we doing? As if the receipts aren't by the pounds, aren't by the truckloads, aren't by the whatever. Man, are you really that out of touch with yourself? You can't remember the last thing you just said a minute ago, a week ago, a day ago, whatever the time is? I mean, can you truly not understand? Just again, it's just astounding how he just cannot seem to comprehend the differences here. But again, these two want to be featured so much. Let's let that marinate for a minute. But however, let's go back over to Oh No, It's Alex, right? Portfolio manager thinks people don't want Game Pass because it didn't make his stocks quadruple overnight and he couldn't buy a gold toilet to crap in. PlayStation fanboys, Xbox is dead. See, we told you all along. So now he thinks he knows more than portfolio managers. I don't know what Alex's main occupation is. I don't know what he does, but I probably wouldn't hold him up tit for tat in regards to a portfolio manager that might be their main thing. So for them to call it out like he's just the smartest guy in the world, Xbox had to figure something out. It had to pivot. Xbox is not dead as a console, as a hardware manufacturer in regards to being a solid console piece going forward in the future. That yet remains to be seen. We don't know, but the odds are that they're looking for third-party stuff, for handheld stuff being made. We know all this stuff, so you're making yourself look like a moron once again. And no one's saying they're dead, but in consensus, in the form of speaking contextually, right? Contextually, they had to pivot. If they were doing everything that they could, if they were just flourishing the best they can, they would not be putting their games everywhere. They would not be doing that. Businesses will make money. They want to make money. That's the goal. But they also want to have that competition. They want you to have a reason to be in a particular ecosystem. And them putting their games everywhere, yes, will that line their pockets a little bit better? Yes, they have some money to make back after the acquisitions of ABK, ZeniMax. But contextually speaking, in a way, Xbox is dead, right? They're dead because they had to change their identity. They moved on. They're now more third party than ever. And that's the truth of the matter. You can spin it all you want, and I'm sure I'll have the comments down here, and I'm sure I'll have people clip the crap out of this and go ahead, but nothing I said is incorrect. Spin it how you want. But we're not done with that one there. So Cross, and I completely agree with this, by the way. Why do you care, though? I'm a PC guy, and I don't care what PlayStation fanboys said or how Xbox is doing. Rightfully so, Cross. Rightfully so, right? If I was mainly a PC dude, I don't care. All I care is what games are coming to my ecosystem, why I'm playing them, when I'm going to play them, all that stuff. So 100% so far, right? Seriously, I don't think you are as much a PC person as you think you are. Well, Cross, here. This is what I want to specialize here for you. Or centralize, if you will. Alex is a PC guy. But Alex is a grifter. Through and through. Same as Cucktanga, right? Relying on super chats, relying on donations, relying on grifting to the Xbox fanboys, right? If it was just the PC folks, yeah, they're going to have fun ripping into both fanboys. But he does what he does for a reason. That's why. So I just want to kind of clear that out for you, for those that don't understand. He's a grifter through and through. He'll deny it. He'll pretend he's not. He'll throw in the one video about Xbox fanboys every 30 videos and see like, hey, see guys, I am neutral. No, it's not. He's a grifter through and through. And then he goes on, like you said, you may not own an Xbox, but you sure are in the console wars a lot. Exactly. And again, that just kind of speaks to the fact that he is ultimately a grifter. That's what he's there for. So if you follow him like a sheep, if you follow him like a fan, like his word is truth in a lot of ways, it's not. It's just he has a different motive, right? And you know what? The hustle's there. And I'm not going to disrespect the hustle, but I'm just calling it how it is. He's grifting, right? He's grifting because that's what he does. And the sheep will flock in for the Xbox fanboys out there towards Alex because he's considered an ally in the console wars. Simple as that. Simple as that. Now, before we move on here, I just want to share a video here. Again, Kids Move, a quick video here. Let's talk about this and make fun of this real quick. But go ahead. Here you go.
We're in a time with we're console gaming, and I can't even just, if Xbox is really making it really, tough to be a console fanboy.
All right, so as you can see here, man, that's so good. That's so good. He literally admits it makes it hard. Xbox makes it hard to be a fanboy. And again, to sit there and actually admit that, and you can say you fanboy over stuff, right? But again, like I said at the beginning of the video, what I want to touch base on, again, I mentioned this in previous videos, but we get a lot of new viewers and new subscribers, and thank you all so much for that, by the way. But the difference between a fan and a fanboy is pretty obvious, right? A fanboy lives in that delusion. They don't care what truths are being said out there. They don't care what's being told about it, their favorite product, whatever the case is. It's just they believe in whatever, and it's do or die, and the brand loyalty, no matter what they do to the consumer, all that stuff, essentially under that umbrella, is a fanboy. In regards to a fan, you can be a fan and still accept the truth of stuff. You can be like, I love Xbox. I love playing there. I love the controller. I do love Game Pass. It works for me. I do like this and this and this about it. And that's fine. But you can also turn around and be like, yeah, what they did's messed up. It sucks that we're possibly going to have a big shift as far as hardware is concerned. We're having a big shift in losing ecosystem exclusives and stuff like that. I mean, you can be real and still enjoy something, and I implore you to do so. I've never once on this channel, and again, no one will clip these parts, not once on this channel have I said, leave Xbox, don't be there, not once. Enjoy where you want to play, whether that's the Nintendo Switch 1 or 2, any platform they have. You want to be a retro gamer mainly, you want to stay on Xbox, you want to stay on PlayStation, you want to play on PC, whatever the case is, play to your heart's content, because what matters in the end is gaming. I'm here to spread the truth. I'm here to tell you the truth about stuff. So a fan is still being a fan. You could still be a main fan, again, of Xbox, of Nintendo, of PlayStation, and still be critical and be like, yeah, they messed up. I'm not buying the bullshit. I want them to do better, this, that, and the other, and still be a fan and still play where you want. No one should ever tell you where you should or should not play. But if you're denying the truth and living in Delulu land, that's a problem. Don't be like Kids Move here and be like, man, it's making it hard to be a fanboy. If PlayStation continued to trip up, if they kept pushing on these games as a service thing and they keep failing and they're not making good quality games and they're being really ridiculous about stuff, they have another great hack from the PS3 era and it's down for another 90 or 120 days this time, or whatever the case may end up, if it was to be, I'm going to reevaluate the situation and go what makes sense for me as a gamer. Don't be a fanboy. Be a fan, enjoy what you want, and that's okay. Don't be a fanboy. Don't be a fanboy. That being said, we'll wrap up the video here, folks. I really appreciate it. Appreciate the conversations down in the comment section, of course. Both the like and the comments on these videos do help out the algorithm, so thank you so much. I do have the hat on because it's been cold, finally, in my area. Cold enough to wear winter wear. But of course, also, if you haven't already, definitely consider subscribing, helping out a small content creator like myself. And of course, always at the end of the day, just remember, don't be a salty batch. And we'll see y'all next time on the next Xvault gaming video. And until then, take care.